Hi, this is Cheryl at Sea Spirit Tarot, and welcome if you've come here. This is my School of Self, the job that my guides gave me to do for my development, and I just hope I can put all this out in a coherent manner. I don't always do that. I am learning. I am assembling aspects and discarding or assimilating aspects of me. And this is my soul source job right now. I'm retired, which is kind of fun because you can play dress up. You can do whatever you want, okay? You don't have the barriers. I hope I can pull this across because the only title I have for this reading today is You Can't Make This Stuff Up. So first card in the reading is Recognition. Love the colors. Recognition. Recognition of ourselves, recognition of guidance we're receiving, recognition past life. How's it go with this? It's actually all a hologram. So it's not really a past life, it's a parallel life. So what we think is the past is the parallel, but the future is the past healed. So we heal ourselves now, we heal all behind us, or all those that we were taught were behind us, instead of being aspects of ourselves. Recognition. Recognition, gorgeous card. So I didn't do a reading for a couple days, and the reason I didn't, and I didn't pull the card to show it again, is because I had the Queen of Disc. This is in the Thoth. Then I had the Fool, and then I had the High Priestess. And I had to just really think about this, you know? I mean, and that reminds me, I want to write down this real quick so I remember to tell you. It was such an awesome meditation. So today, I decided to do a reading because that is what I was told to do, a reading a day, throat chakra, solar plexus, the I am, the of me. I'm a Pisces, that's the I am, right? Neptune, I am. So it's interesting because I was rearranging here and this card came up. Actually, I was playing with these cards and I turned them into a long story. And then when I went to put them away, this was the bottom of the deck. And it's the Eight of Cups. And it's walking away, in my opinion, of everything that does not serve us, which you hear all the time. But all those things of how we were told, they said we should be like this. They said we should be like that. You know what? Maybe I didn't fill all those cups because I didn't believe that those cups had impeccability and integrity. My new words from yesterday brought me back to Don Juan. So you're walking away in your red dress, right? It's a new year by Gregorian, however you say it, those men that call themselves the church and make the rules, the patriarch society, and I just walk away from it. I mean, there's a certain amount of it you need to manifest to be in it, I know. But for me, I don't have time to screw around with these people anymore. I did my karma with them. The wonderful thing is that with this new year and with the planets, I mean, basically, the astrology configuration we have like now would be like the coming of Jesus, you know, and it's not even Epiphany yet. In the records, the Zoroastrians, who are the wise men, who are the astrologers, have not even reached the baby Jesus yet. But in our life now, and I just threw that in because, you know, there's astrology and people should be aware if they're going to lip service all that stuff. So, that was not nice to say. I didn't mean it that way. You know, we're walking away. I'm walking away. I'm doing what my soul source told me, but I am also in a blessed position in that I am retired. And it is all about me now. So there. The goddesses I drew were quite interesting. I mean, that came out. Because we got Black Moon Lilith, Queen of the true self, of freedom, of lust, of vanity, of hell. known by many names. Let us know who we really are. Show us the path to freedom from the shackles and bonds. Show us the method to scrounge self-deceit, leaving only the truth, however harsh. And here we go. Divine Feminine is coming in to be accepted on her own beauty, receptivity, organization, divineness. We're the wombs, man, we're the wombs. And the other card that came up with that was Matt. To me, that gave some approval here. Matt, God is an embodiment of truth. She weighs against the feather. Here she's blowing life into the feather. You know, in the Native Americans, they gave many blessings on the feathers. Some people believe every time a feather falls, it's an angel talking to them. But this is telling us, right now, the time is now to be our true, authentic self. Even Matt is reinforcing that. Is that not just gorgeous? So the first card that came up, because this is my Thoth lesson, I'm learning the Thoth, was, let's see, last time it was the Queen of Swords, the Fool, which is actually Pan, and then the High Priestess. And like I said, I couldn't take it off here. So today we have the Two of Disc. And in this deck, or really in any deck, the Two is the first manifestation. The Ace holds all the energy. But when you put out a two to come together, to create, 1 and 1 plus 2, this is the first actual physical manifestation. Now, how that works with where I was meditated on all week, it kind of kicks me back to the Queen of Disc, but so blessed. And this is I'm going to call this a general reading, because there's so much going on. Like I said, the planetary configurations right now, you could associate them, I think it's, with the coming of Jesus. This is the Messiah. We are the ones we've been waiting for. The top spins counterclockwise, and it is fire and water. Of course, fire and water, they make a lot of power, steam, but they are not known, they're not complementary in the tarot. The bottom turns clockwise, and it is the air and earth. And once again, that is balancing two non-complementary aspects. Lord of harmonious change. This is Jupiter, the archetype of expansion and learning and teaching and knowledge and organizations, the church. In the first 10 degrees of Capricorn, the timekeeper, the harsh master who keeps the order of everything going. I mean, this is your body and this is the military. To study up on Capricorn energy, but this is all Earth. We've got right now 5 planets in Earth, 5 in Capricorn, Uranus and Taurus, and another Earth sign. And we have Neptune in Pisces, the ultimate dissolver, the I am. When the priest just parts the veil. So anyway, back to this Two. We have the worm orbium, we have the serpent, I'll call that. And is he not just a gorgeous serpent? I don't know if you can see. He's even got a pretty eye. Look at that. And he's crowned. And he's meeting himself up above Jupiter after listening to the lessons of Saturn. Are you listening to the lessons of what you should be doing? Saturn, Sun, Soul, Source. Saturn was born in the shade by a proxy because his wife would not come to the sun because it was so very bright and dazzling She could not handle it. Therefore, Saturn is always trying to prove himself to the sun. But we need to do this in a more gentle manner. Lord of harmonious change. Disk, Earth. Earth is the throne of spirit. We have, in a real sense, completed a great cosmic circuit. And like I told you on our previous drawing, we had the Fool. We had the Queen of Pentacles, of Disc, and we had the Fool. I'm ready to start out on another one. Just beautiful. The second card that came out, hello again, is the High Priestess. Human to divine archetypal formative link. So your divine link down here to your carbon, changed into crystalline body. Diana with the bow. Bride of Pan, priestess of the silver moon. Gorgeous. Now, she came back up. She was here last time. Now she's the middle card. I really asked for 2 cards. And then since I've been doing 3, so we're on the right track. Since I've been doing 3, I went ahead and talked to Spirit and asked them, and do I need another card? And another card came out, and it was the Ace of Swords. Yeah. With the Princess of Swords as his throne, the Ace of Swords rules Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Exactly the part of the zodiac from the high, say midnight, down into the dawn. Well, I guess, yeah, Capricorn. Yeah, that's right. Down into the dawn of darkness to recreate the root of the powers of air. Now, I don't know what I said about that anyway. Like I said something, I thought I said something about the mind already. Represents the Rauch, R-A-U-C-H, which is Cal identifies as the intellect part of the soul. So somehow this next, well, that's what I'm doing. This is the I am me. This is what we are doing. We're relearning what we've been taught. We are learning that what we've been taught is a bunch of baggage. And it's not even true. This is time for the true, authentic self. The shaft is metal, which is steel, which is the represents Mars. The hilt is copper, which is Venus. And the motive of this card is love is the motive of this ruthless analysis. So all we have been through, not even been through, the 10 holds the rest of the swords. This does not manifest yet. But as we go through the swords, which is like, just a major monkey mind mess, and we fall into victimhoods and disillusions, this is the motive of the ruthless analysis. Here is the sword of truth that we are looking for. All I can say is how absolutely blessed is this, of the new beginning in our earth-based bodies, of which we need to be aware of, because we are ascending on this earth in our body. Never been done before. Christ ascended away. The Druids descended down, and however many. I think, I don't know, I'm not going to add that. Anyway, then comes the High Priestess for more knowledge, more bridging the abyss of our soul to this earth. Crown of creation, the sword of truth. It is time for us to walk away and be truly who we are in all aspects. Not just the aspects defined for a woman from the church. I'm going to use the church for an example. It doesn't have to be the church. It could be Glamour magazine. It can be wherever, wherever it is that the women are with a second-class citizen. I took a jurisprudence course, and English law is carried over into American law, and the woman is actually chattel in that law. I thought for the high priestess, I would draw out, because the fool of the last reading is Pan, and the high priestess was the next card. And then again, we got the high priestess. So I thought I would give some honor to, here's Diana, our high priestess, lady of the beast, goddess of light, mistress of wild things. She's a goddess of solitude, comfortable with the wilderness and the great silence of nature. And that is a reoccurring theme we have here, is nature. Get back to nature. Go to the beach. Go to the lake. Make you a place on your patio. Make you a place in your house to honor the elements of nature and its inhabitants. And then I thought, well, hell, why not? And here's Mr. Pan, the great Harn god, Arcadia's native son, child of Hermes. Hermes, Thoth, Mercury, Enoch, Metatron. Child of Hermes, beloved joy to all the gods on Olympus, hunter in the forest, shepherd in the hills, the noontime nap, wolf, goat, and ram. Sounds pretty Capricorn, where everything's taking place, doesn't it? The ever-willing phallus, teach me melodies and play, the joy of rest. May my mind be fertile. So there's a divine couple right there. And this is pretty damn earthy. And I just want to add, because I'm a Dion Fortune fan, I'm studying the Thoth cards. And Dion Fortune was Golden Dawn also. Trying to pull these together. A book. It's kind of a fun book. The Goat Foot God by Dion Fortune. Now, Dion Fortune's fiction books represent work on the Tree of Life. But they represent it in not in a fictional way, but as a story. And every time I read these books, I read them about once a year, all of them I have of her fiction, another layer comes off my onion. So, the moon leaves today Pisces, which is I am that I am that I am, I know, are dissolving, going wherever it is that we go, right? We've been so trained to be it up. The three cards. Changing our carbon body, balancing the elements into crystal, the high priestess, crossing the abyss, pay attention to the teaching and what comes by, because the whole fight of the swords and the head is to get over yourself and the bullshit and move into love. Walk away. Say from what no longer serves you. That's such a trite phrase. But, integrate those aspects that don't serve you. I will say, I'll say in a minute, become your authentic self with the blessings of Matt. And remember the divine union of the fool and the huntress. The fool and the high priestess, the huntress and Pan. And recognition of your soul source, who you are, how you're moving through life. I recognize that I started this YouTube channel because it's part of my mystic journey of learning and self-realization. And I've recognized that I've been waking up happy. So I don't know what I'm doing in my dream work, because I've tried dream journals, I can't even tell you how many times, but I can't ever seem to either get them done or when I have a dream, it's you know how it all works. But I have woken up distressed, victimhood crying 20 years, longer than I can even imagine. And I'm noticing now, as I'm doing this work, and I pray this continues, it's like I get up in the morning, I'm like, oh, gratitude, oh, joy, let's go. So recognize who you are and drop what you don't need. And know that they got your back. And this is a time of these earthy archetypal studies. So study, I like to I pull a trait or two off. I can't absorb 350 pages. And I don't have time all the time to read 350 pages. The time is now. We are evolving now. We are ascending. The next year and a half is going to be unbelievable. The next 10, 15 days is going to be unbelievable. So allow, with grace and ease, some discernment, but with grace and ease, for your being to grow and step into the brilliant, dazzling. Didn't I write something about this? I know that the priestess is so dazzling that she dazzles you that you cannot, I lost a priestess, see into her light. And that's why so much of it is hidden and why we have to look so deep. So with that, if you sat through this, was a long one, 20 minutes. Blessings, blessings, many blessings to you of the earth, of the music of the spears. It's an exciting time. We got this. Thank you for stopping by if you did. I'm in a crowded space. Many blessings.